Welcome to PÖFF TV. I'm very happy to be joined today by Milad Khosravi, who is the creative producer and co-writer of It's Winter. So thank you so much for joining us. How is your Black Nights Film Festival so far?
Amazing, very beautiful city. We already had a swimming in Baltic Sea. Amazing.
And the world premiere was last night. How was that?
It was beautiful and was more than my expectations. Everybody stayed and until the end of Q&A and asked a lot of beautiful questions. And audience has been very much engaged with the film. A lot of questions came out and I really liked it.
No, that's great. And what is your film about? Can you tell us give us a brief kind of understanding of the story?
Actually, as I don't want to spoil the main concept and the story, I would like to invite audiences to watch to understand, because it's a film that you need to watch and get to go through the story and go through the concept that it has to have better effect. But of course, film is about a family in the mountain, a hunting family in the mountain in southwest of Iranian Zagros Mountain, with beautiful landscapes, but very maybe dark or tough concept behind, but covered by beautiful landscapes that I invite all the audiences to watch and explore it.
And I totally agree. I think this is a film that has to be seen because we don't want to give too much away, and it's a film that unfolds very gradually, and then at the end there's so much to talk about. I mean, was that always your intention when making the film?
Yeah, actually, it was the main. It is the main intention of the film to be explored, to be seen. However, it's not that long. Film is only 70 minutes, but through these 70 minutes, we will have. We expect to be discovered by audiences, not to be told. So we don't like to tell more. Just a brief just a touch would be in synopsis as well. We didn't tell a lot in synopsis or in the logline that we publish. Then we leave audiences to watch the film and understand it and discover actually the realities.
Very intriguing. Everyone will want to come and see the film now. That's great. And who is the focus? I think we can talk about the focal character, Sogol. Sogol.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about her? She's a young girl. Can you just tell you how did you find her?
Actually, I as producer and co-writer and also director and writer of the film are from the same region and same tribe, and also same community, which allowed us as insiders find these characters and also get close to them and follow their real life. The main character is Sogol and her family. That like the whole story is around her, and also the consequences of the urbanization, tough life in patriarchal system, and also coexistence with the wild nature. These three different aspects of her life that bring us forward, take us forward in the film. But everything is around her and her relations.
And when you're making a film like this, how do you direct them, and how do you prevent yourself imposing your own story or your own views on the film itself?
The film take us for 3 years for shooting. Actually, we had 3 years of subtle shooting. Most of the things for dramatizing the film and a story happen in editing room, but most of the things that we wanted to dramatize or shape the drama of the film only happened organically in the film, and we just been observing it. So we, as a documentary filmmaker, been observing them. Then through the editing and development process, we shape the whole story and put them in different chronology to make this the whole narrative of the film. Yeah, but most of the things, like 99% of the story and the sub stories or the scenes that are happening are of completely documentary, and we just observed them with our camera.
And you said you grew up in this region. Is it the Zagros Mountains in Iran? I mean, it looks beautiful, but very harsh. What are the challenges when you're filming in these kind of environments?
So of course it's very difficult, but again, as insiders, as someone that is from the same community, it was a bit easier. For example, if a person from Tehran or other city want to make such film in the region, should be much more complicated. But for us that we talk in the same language, same dialect, and also being culturally closer, makes things easier. But of course, still it was a very difficult work to have shooting in remote areas, logistically, and also difficult for adapting ourselves with the snow and hard situation in the mountain. But yeah, compared to others, easier, but it's still very hard.
And it pays off because it looks beautiful on the big screen, so it was worth the hard work. You're talking about challenges. Just briefly, can you tell me about the challenges of working in Iran? Censorship, being an independent filmmaker. What's that environment like?
There is a lot of obstacles working in Iran as producer for such, because as documentary film producer, filmmaker, or independent filmmaker that wants to talk about social issues, current affairs, or things that are important for us, always we find some issues, some problems to criticize them. We are not like filmmakers to show just the beauty of the society. Always we want to point out to things that are having some problems maybe, or there is some issues, and we want to show them because this is our job. We don't want to show just the beauty or the good aspects of the community. Maybe that's why when you see films from Iran, always there is some concepts that are a bit bitter, or a bit sometimes tough or difficult. But that's why, because filmmakers in Iran are having some social responsibilities to want to point out to this kind of very important issues related to children's rights, women's rights, human rights, environmental rights, that in this film particularly we point out to all of them. So when it comes to this kind of concepts, of course, government doesn't like to hear that much about them. So it forces us to censor or maybe stop some point to telling all of these stories. Yeah, one obstacle which is maybe the main or most important thing is how to deal with censorship, how to pass the whole kind of rules and limits that are there for censorship. The second important obstacle for us as independent producers is financing the film, because there is no really independent resources for such films. So we have to secure financing from international financings, but still there is not really, there is quite few possibilities for independent films from Iran. And then when we finance, there is another obstacle because of the sanctions, how to take this financing into Iran and spending there. So from the very beginning of the story and concept, there is obstacles, then from the very late, and then at the very last part is the obstacle for visa situation and traveling of the filmmaker, like our situation, which was this time for military service. Then there is a lot of different obstacles in different stages for producing film and making independent film, not propaganda film, independent film in Iran. But we are trying, and in this festival we have two beautiful films. I invite audiences also to watch Divine Comedy by Ali Asghari, which is here in the critic choice section. We are doing. We want to remain in our country, criticize, make cinema and continue making film, and giving a voice to those that need, and yeah, create cinema. This is what we would like to continue and resist, actually.
And these two films sound like you could almost watch them together. One is obviously a comical, satirical and a film, and then It's Winter, a serious documentary with some big themes. So.
Actually, two different films from two different regions of Iran. One is from the rural side, like primitive life. The other one is from modern life of Tehran. That it's totally different view of Iran that we have seen it not regularly. So I try to have. I'm as producer. I try to have a diverse kind of films that in my slate, in my films that I produce. And yes, as I mentioned, we see filmmaking, independent filmmaking, as not just an act of artistic act. We see it as act of resistance. We like to make films to resist, to stay, and to have impact on our own society, and also bringing beautiful stories and cinema, Iranian cinema that has a long history to the world audiences. These two, like combining world audiences, engaging with the world cinema, and also bringing the stories back and showing them in the country, in our own home country, is my mission and is my ambition.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on having two films at the festival, and congratulations on last night's world premiere of It's Winter. There's two more screenings, so I hope they're both equally successful. Thank you very much, Milad, for joining us here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.